Good evening, class of 2022, families and friends. I'm excited to welcome you to Moore Public School Stadium for the 34th commencement exercises of Westmoore High School. Seniors, since your first days at Westmoore, you have heard us say that tradition never graduates. Even though your time with us as students is nearly over, know that you will always be a special part of the history and traditions of Westmoore High School and valuable members of our Jaguar family. Now, please join me in welcoming your salutatorian for the class of 2022, Anna Hiyashizaki.
At this time, would you please stand? Please remove your hats and, with hand over heart, join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. After the pledge, please remain standing for the national anthem. Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. You may now be seated.
Good evening and welcome to the 34th commencement exercises of Westmoore High School, celebrating the class of 2022. These seniors have followed in the footsteps of 33 previous graduating classes and left their mark on Westmoore. Seniors, as you move forward, continue to maintain the high standards of excellence established by those who proudly call themselves alumni of Westmoore High School. To our guests, we hope that you will conduct yourselves in the same respectful and cooperative fashion that this group of seniors has all year. As we enjoy this evening with our seniors, let us honor them in a way that will not detract from them and what they have accomplished, but let us put the spotlight where it belongs, squarely on our seniors and all of their achievements. Let's celebrate together in a respectful manner to ourselves, our families, and the great institution of Westmoore High School. Most importantly, to this outstanding group of young adults who make up the graduating class of 2022. At this time, I would like to introduce senior class sponsors Laura Burnell, Melinda Parks, and Scott Helton.
In just a few moments, this year's class officers will lead the class of 2022 across the stage to graduate. They have set the bar high and leave a dynamic legacy for those who will follow them. Senior class officers for the class of 2022, please stand as I call your name. President Blake Lynn. Vice President Blake Stoyanovsky. Secretary Treasurer, Emily LaBeth. Reporter, Ryan Bundy. Thank you. Seniors, by the end of this evening, you will no longer be graduating seniors. You will have become alumni of Westmoore High School. Carry that distinction proudly throughout your life, and remember, once a Jaguar, always a Jaguar.
It is now my pleasure to present our Board of Education. Please hold your applause until all members have been recognized. Mrs. Stacy Pruitt, President. Mrs. Jennifer Winstatler, Vice President. Mrs. Mandy Kincannon, Member. Mrs. Erin Morrison, Member. Mrs. Allison Ritchie, Member. Mrs. Vicki Brickman, Clerk. At this time, I would like to introduce the administration of Westmoore High School. Joseph Ross, Principal of Westmoore High School. Billy Langford, Senior Class Principal. Betty Minton, Junior Class Principal. John Finn, Sophomore Class Principal. Cynthia Decker, Freshman Class Principal. Spencer Braggs, Freshman Class Principal. Zach Bice, Athletic Facilitator. Hart Brown, Principal, Vista Academy. I would also like to introduce Dr. Robert Romine, Superintendent of Moore Public Schools.
And now, please welcome the members of Moore Public Schools Administrative Leadership Team. Please hold your applause until all members have been recognized. David Peak, Assistant Superintendent, Secondary Education and Instruction. Michelle McNear, Assistant Superintendent, Elementary Education and Instruction. John Marin, Director of Operations. BJ Ryan, Chief Financial Officer. Jimmy Martin, Managing Director of Career and Technology Education, Alternative Education, and Child Nutrition. Brian Fitzgerald, Athletic Director. Shannon Woodson, Dean of Academics. Dr. Christy Hernandez, Director of Student Services. June Kim, Director of Technology. Brandon Wilmarth, Director of Educational Technology. Dustin Horsecutter, Director of Safety and Security, and Anna Aguilar, Director of Communications and Community Relations. Jerry Broadbent and Rebecca Klima, Night School and Summer School Principal and Director of Credit Recovery. Our graduation ceremony would not be complete without a dedicated group of underclassmen who work hard to ensure that our seniors have a memorable evening. Would our junior attendants please stand to be recognized?
Several years ago, to honor those who have taught at Westmoore from the very beginning, our charter faculty members were presented silver cords to wear as part of their graduation regalia. The traditions that they helped to establish left an indelible imprint on our school. While we have many charter members in the audience with us or watching from home today, only one current faculty member has called Westmoore home throughout its existence. It is my pleasure to recognize her. Mrs. Devonna Landrum, would you please stand and remain standing?
One of the most visible measures of the impact of a high school is the number of former students who not only become educators but return to teach at their alma mater. It is a privilege to recognize those faculty members wearing a white cord as part of their regalia, indicating that they are Westmoore graduates. Would those alumni members of the faculty please stand and remain standing? Last but certainly not least, would all members of the exceptional faculty of Westmoore High School please stand and be recognized.
Taking the helm of a 6A high school would be an enormous challenge, but doing so at the beginning of a global pandemic would be enough to rattle the steadiest of nerves. Mr. Ross came home to Westmoore in 2020 and took each new difficulty in stride. Thankfully, he supplied stability and security in uncertain times. His determination, logic, and perspective provided a solid foundation for our school. Soon, he will be leaving us and returning to his hometown to serve his alma mater. Mr. Ross, we appreciate your contributions to Westmoore and wish you the best.
Mr. Langford will also be leaving Westmoore this year, but only across town to the administration building. A principal plays many roles: sounding board, problem solver, mentor, and guide. Mr. Langford does all of these masterfully. He consistently is a model of integrity, hard work, and high expectations. Thank you for your commitment to the senior classes of Westmoore High, and congratulations on your new role.
Class of 2022. This is my final opportunity to address you as your senior class principal, and I want you to know that it has been my privilege to serve as your principal. The positive traits that so many of you have displayed this year, your resilience, enthusiasm, and determination will serve you well as you enter the new chapter in your life. Just as our time at Westmoore is ending, someone central to the success of the class of 2022 is also leaving the halls of Westmoore High School for the last time. Laura Burnell's loyalty, persistence, vision, and deep Jaguar pride shaped this senior experience for thousands of students. Her wisdom and example leave a remarkable legacy. Ms. Burnell, thank you for your dedication to Westmoore seniors, and congratulations on your retirement. Throughout this year, many of you have been recognized for your outstanding accomplishments. The graduation ceremony is intended to celebrate and honor the academic achievements of this year's senior class. At this time, I'd like to recognize a group of individuals who have achieved beyond the academic standard requirements. Our honor graduates have maintained a 4-year grade point average of 4.0 or above. Honor graduates, please stand and be recognized for your academic accomplishments by a round of applause. Thank you. At this time, I would like Anna Hayashizaki to stand. This student, ranked second in a graduating class, traditionally receives the title of salutatorian. Please join me in a round of applause congratulating Anna for being the class of 2022 salutatorian. Would Vivian Hall please stand? In this graduating class of over 600 students, one student stands alone with the highest grade point average and is given the title of Valedictorian. Please join me as we recognize Vivian Hall, who has earned the honor of being named Valedictorian for the class of 2022.
When I had my first experience with public speaking, my mom's advice to me was to imagine that I was looking around at a pond or a lake setting with all of its creatures. Although this is better advice than imagining that everyone around me is naked, I'm now looking around wondering who's a frog and who's a swan. And yes, Miss Parks, you're a beautiful swan on this day. That'll be the mindset I adopt during this speech. Anyways, good evening, faculty, alumni, families, friends, and most importantly of all, the most attractive graduating class, the class of 2022. As famous poet and philosophical author and rapper Kanye West said, "Everybody wants to know what I'd do if I didn't win. I guess we'll never know." We started off quite a few years ago, and honestly, it looks like the whole gang is still here, and that is definitely a win to be proud of. As a class, we have gone through COVID-19 and COVID-19 memes, Shawn Mendes' and Camila Cabello's breakup, Season 2 of Bridgerton, I'm Still Not Over It, and TikTok trends that have ruined so many songs for us. In short, we have gone through a lot, and it has not just been in high school. Now, I stand before you, all 5'1" of me, cladded in white, not including these wedges. And yes, I'm a nerd. It is an honor to be able to stand here today and to give this speech. However, I look at the faces before me, and I see faces that belong up here just as much as mine does. I certainly can't properly dribble or score goals, debate as effectively, lead the school as nobly, or march with an instrument as well as so many of you can. Everyone here has so many perceptions of life to share, and so many more experiences to make. Unfortunately, I have not had the pleasure to get to know each and every one of my classmates. Some of you probably did not even know I existed until today. However, I do hope that I learned some of the lessons you have learned down the line. In 4th grade, I attended one of my first graduations. You know, the one where it's like you're going for an aunt, friend's cousin, sister, son kind of thing. In short, I did not know these people, and they did not know me either. So I didn't pay attention much. However, there was one thing that I will always remember, and that was the Valedictorian address. I would soak in every word, and this is at every graduation. It was just that important to me. My obsession to be the very best, when in fact, there's not really a best. I was quite literally competing with myself, and I had made a mess of my mind, body, and relationships doing so. Because, well, that's what happens when you blindly pursue your ambitions without true sense of self or purpose. Life should not be, as I have realized, a mundane checklist. And I ultimately made valedictorian a box I had to check off. And this doesn't apply to just valedictorian. Whether you're an adult or a teenager, we all have checklists that we make. And as soon as one goal is checked off, we tend to move on to the next goal without pausing to reflect on how far we've come and to appreciate ourselves. I feel, however, so lucky to have learned this lesson in high school, a time where mistakes are kind of affordable, hopefully for all of us, and not when I am married or have kids while holding on to my career, because chances are we are not going to leave high school on a unicorn riding towards a pot of gold, even though I know I want to. The world is not always bright, and I am so very fortunate to have learned this head on at a young age. I have learned to separate reality from fantasy and imagination. Sometimes we need people to tell us things like, "You're overworking yourself. I'm really concerned for your health." Or, "Hey, you know you don't have a chance with Tom Holland, right?" Of course not. Sometimes we need to ground ourselves, and when we slow ourselves down to relax or to meditate, we can see more of ourselves and what we really want. Stephen Hawking once said, "One of the basic rules of the universe is that nothing is perfect. Perfection simply doesn't exist, because without imperfection, neither you nor I would exist." In layman's terms, it is okay to make mistakes. We have heard it a billion times, but we need to fully understand that mistakes lead to growth, and growth results in the you that you want yourself to be. I did not make A's on all of my tests, and I did not get perfect scores on every single assignment, but my work is my effort. There have been times where I've accomplished something only to think about what I could have done better or what my next goal was, and that's only proven to hurt me more than anything. There's always another stairwell to climb, another rung of a ladder to grip. We live in a world where we can be so self-punishing. I don't know what each person here has gone through, but I know that many, if not all of us, have gone through a lot, enough to make us cry, withdraw, or lash out. However, I also know that if perfection were to truly exist, we are perfect, because with all our quirks, flaws, anxiety, everything, we form the basis, as Hawking says, of existing. We are enough. I implore everyone here to try, of course, and to continue pursuing everything you want, because sometimes knowing that we have a responsibility isn't something that we kind of want to hear. It's something we need to hear, and I know I've needed to hear it more than once. However, it is so important to know that despite all your efforts and all your responsibilities, it is okay to cry and to sob and to scream. I have learned that. Because if you don't know how it feels like to not be okay, then you will never know what it will feel like to be okay. We also cannot just push blindly towards a goal and forget our relationships. Does anyone here remember their angsty phase? I certainly do. Literally every night was like Adele's Someone Like You or Radiohead's Creep on repeat. And if it's super bad, then some of Taylor Swift's breakup songs. I had the darkest thoughts before I decided to open up again, to lean on others even if it was just for a little. I learned to take being called extra, woohoo, being called extra, as a compliment instead of as something that would bring me down. There's never anything wrong about putting in effort. If you ever need to put in more effort than someone else to get to where you are, that just shows your determination and your perseverance. I also learned to be aware of the relationships around me. Although I'll probably slap that little word, Valedictorian, on every single resume I make, I will always be aware of the relationships and sacrifices that have helped me get here. Now, I would like to acknowledge and thank some of the relationships that have significantly impacted me. Every single teacher I've had the pleasure of working with has had a tremendous impact on me. But in particular, I would like to thank Mrs. Ravine, Ms. Parks, Mr. Burks, Mrs. Yowzy, Mrs. Ellis, Mr. Winter, Mrs. Rowland, Mrs. Reed, and Mrs. Pence for significantly changing my outlook on school, life, and work. Ultimately, thank you, Westmoore faculty, for providing me with 4 significant years that I'll probably look back on in both a fond and cringeworthy manner. Thank you to my friends who have not stopped asking me to mention them in this speech. So thank you, Ice Cream Group Chat and AP Chemistry Lunch Gang. I guess also thank you, Plain Breakfast Discord Chat. You guys know who you are. Thank you to my special person who has supported me throughout all of high school and all of my ambitions. You know who you are. Thank you to the officer boards of National Honor Society, Multicultural Club, Key Club International, and Hope Club. It has been a pleasure to work with you and to learn from you. And lastly, and most importantly, thank you to my family, who have encouraged me to pursue what I love and enjoy while also spreading love and kindness. There are many times where I have regretted placing my ambitions and schoolwork above you, but your patience has never ceased to amaze me. Thank you to my parents, Tâm Hà and Vân Lý, for teaching me humility, respect, and love. Cảm ơn ba mẹ. Nếu không có ba mẹ, con không có đến đây được hôm nay. Với lại, con không nói chuyện với mẹ được hôm nay. Tương lai của con là tại vì ba mẹ. And there's my family over there. Say hi to them. That was a special message to my parents. I hope my Vietnamese was good enough. I love you. Throughout our 4 years here, as some of things has hindered or demotivated us, from a bad breakup to family drama, these struggles have ultimately strengthened us. Dr. Seuss said, "Don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened." It's a quote slapped onto every middle school girl's Instagram bio. But it's also a quote that holds a powerful meaning when it comes to representing the end of a journey and the beginning of a new adventure. Class of 2022, it has been a pleasure to be your valedictorian. Class of 2022, let's continue to give life our all. And on the days where we don't feel so well, let's continue to work towards fully loving ourselves. Class of 2022, we have made it and the future is waiting. Let us tackle the world with purpose. Thank you.
Shake and bake. For most of you, these were probably the first words you've ever heard me say. At one time, I was just some crazy freshman with a dream. You can probably recall me running around Locker Island yelling, "Shake and bake, vote for Blake." Instead of practicing my speech the night before, I bet you can all guess what I did instead. I watched Talladega Nights. I never would have imagined that quoting that amazing movie would lead me here today. I'm sure that 5 years ago that many of you thought you would be in a completely different place in life than you are today, except here, obviously. Life is not a straight line from point A to B. It takes turns. You find unexpected curves along the road that lead you to new possibilities. Everyone standing here took a risk and journeyed through life either for success or to make memories. And most of the time, you can do both. Author J.K. Rowling once said, "Some failure in life is inevitable. It is impossible to live without failing at something unless you live so cautiously that you might as well have not lived at all, in which case you fail by default." I urge all of you to take those detours in life. Learning from your mistake is what enriches the journey and makes your success all the more satisfying. Failure is not the moment you fail. To fail is to learn. Failure only comes when you decide to stop trying. When you leave here today, never stop chasing your goals. Set the expectations high and then exceed them. The world doesn't remember the people that decide to stay complacent in their life. The world remembers those who take those risks, who expose themselves to the world and all of the experiences it may bring. Many people find that it's hard to know when or how to take those risks. It's hard to leave your comfort zone when you know nothing bad will happen if you don't venture out. You must apply yourself in life and make that jump into the unknown. Your life is a canvas, and only you hold the paintbrush. There's no mistakes in what you paint, maybe just happy accidents. I urge all of you to find your comfort zone, and once you've found it, leave it. Take that leap of faith and see where you find yourself. It's scary moving on into a new chapter of life. Like many of you, as soon as I walked through the doors of Westmoore 4 years ago, I couldn't wait to graduate. But as I stand here today, I can't help but look back and wonder if I did all I could. Did I make a lasting impact? Did I make all the right decisions? Did I leave my legacy at Westmoore? Whether or not these questions will go unanswered, there is one fact. I had all the right people by my side every step of the way. We've all found the people who support us, motivate us, laugh with us, cry with us, and endure with us. You might have found them sitting at your lunch table freshman year. Maybe you sat by each other in your first hour. Perhaps you even cut them off in the parking lot trying to get to lunch. These people have been placed into your life for a reason, and just as you are lucky enough to have them, they're even luckier to have you. Now I will ask you to take a moment. Look to your left and right. Look to your classmates, your peers, your friends. These are the same people that were beside you at our last Moore War, the same hands you held at the senior circle, the same smiles you found at senior banquet, the same voices that screamed at our last assembly, the same friends that you walked through the halls with. It's certain that this is the last time we will all be here in one place. After you leave here, you will take your own walk of life, not like anyone else's. Some friends you may see down the road. For some, this may be the last time you ever see them. As you look around, don't fill yourself with sadness. Think of all the memories you've shared, the moments of laughter that made your stomach hurt, the excitement at an assembly, the tears you've shed together. Be thankful that you were able to share those moments and make those lasting memories. I would now like to take a moment to recognize and thank some of the most amazing people in my life that have helped me along the way. These people have not only guided me and left a life-lasting impression, but also lifted me to heights I would have never dreamed of. Without these people, I would not be standing in front of you today. To the teachers, principals, and staff at Westmoore, I'm so thankful that you have not only given me the highest quality of education, but also ensure the safety of all of our students and provide an environment full of happiness and opportunity. Every day I wake up inspired to approach everything I do in life with a smile on my face. To my sponsors, Ms. Parks, Mrs. Burnell, and Mr. Helton, you all have given me one of the best experiences at Westmoore. You accepted our ideas and helped us perfect the details, even when it seemed like we had too much on our plate. You were always there to support us and lend a helping hand. You have not only given so much to the school, but you have also helped me mature as a leader, which I will now use to impact others. To my fellow officers, you have made this one of the most fun things I've ever done in my entire life. You all know exactly how to make me laugh, as well as keeping me accountable when I need it. Each of you has a different aspect of leadership and apply it every single day. Brock, you are one of the most genuine people I've ever met, and have the gift to make anyone that you speak to feel like they're the only one in the world. Emily, your drive and determination has been one of the aspects of leadership that I strive towards. I know that wherever you decide to go in life, you'll go far. Ryan, you've been with me since day one, and no matter what adversities we've faced, we've always done it together. I truly could not have done this without every single one of you by my side every step of the way. I've never considered you all to be my officers. You really are my closest friends. To my leadership class, you all have given me so many enjoyable memories, as well as lessons that I will carry on for the rest of my life. Mrs. Cerny, you have treated me much like your own son, and you've always had my back even when I didn't know it. You all are my eagle, pushing me further than I ever would have reached alone. I can confidently say Westmoore will be left in great hands. To my mama and papa, you both have cared for me so much and have endlessly supported me through my failures. Mama, your love and compassion for others inspires me to spread that same joy to the others I get the pleasure of meeting. I truly believe I inherit my sense of compassion from your loving heart. Papa, the lessons you've taught me, I will carry on for the rest of my life. From now being able to name every single 80s song that comes across the radio to teaching me how to be a man. You've truly been the biggest father figure in my life, and I'm the luckiest grandson in the world to be able to call you my papa, and even luckier to call you my best friend. To my sister Brooklyn, you are undoubtedly the most selfless person I've ever met in my entire life. Even while dealing with adversity in your own life, you still have continued to hold me on your back and guide me throughout life. Your glowing spirit shines brighter than the sun, and everyone that has the pleasure of meeting you leaves with a heart full of love. Even when I did not realize it, you've always been my best friend, and I will always be there for you, just as you have for me. I love you, sis. To my mom, it has taken me quite some time to truly appreciate all that you've done for me. You've been there every step of the way and have never expected any less than greatness for me. You've had so many battles, and yet Brooklyn and I have always remained your priority. Even in times when our family was at its lowest, you've had my back and pushed me towards success. From staying up all night helping me with my class elections to showing all the kids at poster making my baby pictures, you've made my high school experience a joy. I'm beyond thankful that you've brought Wayne into my life and letting him give me such a loving environment full of fun, endless jokes, and most of all, feeling like I'm one of his sons. Mom, you have endowed me with your strength of character and attitude, which I will carry on for the rest of my life. I am proud to be called your son, and even prouder to say that I love you. As I near the end of my speech, I would like to share a quote by Roy Bennett. The one who falls and gets up is stronger than the one who never tried at all. Do not fear failure, but rather, fear not trying. I want you all to think about how you will walk forward from here. Don't move forward in life full of regret of what you should have done. Move forward with purpose and conviction. Approach every new day with the attitude of what you want it to be. As my hero Ricky Bobby would say, I want to go fast. And whatever you decide to do it going 110%. You only get out of life what you put into it. It has been my honor to be a part of the class of 2022, and I thank you all for placing your trust in me to lead us here today. For the last time, my name is Blake Lynn, your senior class president, and never forget, once a Jaguar, always a Jaguar. Now please welcome Westmoore Principal, Mr. Joseph Ross.
Good evening. As we recognize our 2021-22 graduates, we also remember and honor those students who are no longer with us. On the left of the stage, my right, you will see a lantern. This lantern honors a member of the class of 2022, Ashley Gilks, and also represents those district students whose lives were tragically cut short on May 20th, 2013. Our Plaza Tower Panthers are Sydney Engel, Antonia Candelaria, Emily Knatzer, Kyle Davis, Janae Hornsby, Christopher Legg, Nicholas McCabe, Even though these 8 students are not here with you graduating tonight, their light still shines and they are still remembered. To all of the parents, relatives, friends, and guests, good evening and welcome to the 34th Westmoore High School graduation celebrating the class of 2022. As we reflect on this most special occasion, let me acknowledge some people who have been critical to the success and achievement of your graduate. First, the leadership of our Board of Education has been instrumental in allowing us to provide both face-to-face and virtual learning for our students this year. Our district administration, led by Dr. Romines, equipped us with the resources needed for a safe and productive learning environment. MPS leadership truly took the road less traveled, and it's made all the difference in determining the success of our students. I have named some specific stakeholders, but the truth of the matter is that getting your student to this point is truly a team effort that started in elementary. From kindergarten to 12th grade, remarkable counselors, teachers, support staff, and administration adhered to the principle that we will be a student-centered organization. The core values make Moore Public Schools an elite district in the state. Apart from our graduates, the most distinguished group here tonight, parents of the class of 2022. Parents, will you please stand so that we may properly acknowledge you and all that you have done to bring us to this occasion? This is your time, parents. Students, you need to be clapping. Thank you. We are proud of this exceptional graduating class. At every opportunity, these 619 Jaguars have demonstrated clearly that they are outstanding in every way. Seniors have played a major role in the following school-wide accomplishments. This is pretty impressive. Westmoore's More Love team raised just shy of $75,000 for 3 organizations: the Sharing Tree, the Regional Food Bank of Oklahoma, and the Bridges Project. Over 5,000 volunteer hours in the community from such diverse organizations as athletic teams to leadership. Westmoore Student Council was recognized as a National Gold Council of Excellence as one of the top student councils in the nation. This is the 14th year in a row for this distinction. Drama excelled with great leadership and talented students performing a top-level production of Freaky Friday. Additionally, drama placed in the top 5 in the state with 3 All-Staters. A speech and debate team that is recognized in the top 10% nationally. The debate team has won the state championship from 2018 to present. Last Saturday, we had 4 students crowned national champions, and the team winning the first national championship, not only in the school's history, but the first to win in the state of Oklahoma. Back-to-back academic state champions for boys golf. Band was awarded the OSSA Sweepstakes Band Award this year, with marching band and symphonic band receiving superior ratings. Additionally, Winter Guard placed 3rd at state. Choir received all superior ratings, 2 of the 10 All-Staters having achieved that goal for 3 years. The yearbook staff was awarded the All-Oklahoman Award for Oklahoma Scholastic Media. This is the highest honor in Division I. Last Saturday, I had the privilege of watching our boys track team bring home Westmoore's 2nd state championship in 2 years, and the girls runner-up in the championship. Yes, for the boys, that is back-to-back state championships. Regional champions in fast-pitch softball and state semifinalists in baseball. NCAA Grand National champions in cheer. State champions in jazz and hip-hop. This makes 29 total state championships for POM. While you have contributed to the aforementioned school-wide successes, many noteworthy achievements have been made solely by you. Here are just some of your highlights. Just 2 weeks ago, nearly 200 of you received recognition and were awarded scholarships from colleges, university, and the military, and other post-high school institutions and organizations, including the state of Oklahoma, which as of today sits at $7.5 million. 63 Oklahoma academic scholars, 137 distinguished honor grads, all with GPAs of 4.0 or higher. 10 Regent Scholars, 6 academic all-state nominees. 114 of you are members of the NHS. 11 of you have taken the sacred oath to join our armed forces. 23 of you achieved the Global Seal of Biliteracy for French, Russian, and Spanish. 3 Presidential Scholar nominees. 12 Athletic All-Staters, 18 Fine Arts All-Staters. Seniors, seated amongst you are the very best, and you should be very proud of your accomplishments. I will close with this. In education, we use the term standards constantly. One of the phrases I'm known for repeating, coined by the warrior poet Jocko Willink, is standards aren't what you preach, they are what you tolerate. Simplified, behaviors that you allow in your presence or accept from yourself are actually your standard. This year, I saw many of you face difficult situations, overcome them, and become better as a result of your experiences. I saw you tackle the unfamiliar, try the unexpected, and take on the unknown. Westmoore prides itself on having high standards in everything we do. Standards are a challenge. They're designed to be. Rarely will you find worthwhile goals come easy. Continue to set high standards and expectations for yourself. Let them be what you're known for. And no matter what path you choose to follow after you leave us tonight, you will excel and continue to make yourself, community, family, and Jag Nation proud. It's clear that the class of 2022 meets the standards of excellence set by the classes which preceded them. This senior class has demonstrated that they have the skills to be lifelong learners, productive citizens of our society. In a few minutes, our seniors will have their names read as they cross the stage to graduate. Please be mindful of family and friends who want to hear their graduate's name clearly. Dr. Romines and President of the Board, Ms. Stacy Pruitt, I now present to you the class of 2022 for graduation. They have fulfilled the obligations and requirements designated by Moore Public Schools in the state of Oklahoma and have earned the right to be named the 34th graduating class of Westmoore High School. Congratulations, seniors, and thank you.
Good evening. It is my honor to welcome you to the 2022 commencement ceremony of Westmoore High School. Seniors, you made it. We are here to celebrate the many achievements that our students have made over the last 14 years. For most of us, it probably seems like yesterday we were holding our son or daughter's hand, guiding them into their pre-kindergarten or kindergarten classroom for the very first time. Many of us remember the lump in our throats as we left them there for their first year of school. And it's probably the same as we feel now as we celebrate their last. Without a doubt, members of the class of 2022 are resilient, compassionate, and determined. They have proven that they not only overcome the challenges placed before them, but have helped the younger classes overcome many challenges as well. When I think of the class of 2022, I think about those who proudly, bravely, and eagerly carried the torch to shine the light for others, leading them through the unknown, inevitable challenges and navigating the path to victory. In the Olympics, the torch's flame is the most important symbol. It symbolizes life, a competitive spirit, and ultimately peace. It is carried in a relay of strong leaders to its final destination in the stadium. The torch carriers link the present, the past, and the future, and transmit friendship along the way. That is precisely what you all have done for yourselves, current and future Jaguars. Throughout your 4 years of high school, essentially, you experienced 1 year of normalcy, your freshman year. During your sophomore year, our world was introduced to a health pandemic, and the year was abruptly altered. During your junior year, we returned to school and navigated through our health crisis together. The pandemic challenges came in waves throughout your senior year, and you continually proved your perseverance and determination. Ultimately, you kept moving forward. Through it all, you carried the torch for each other and those classes behind you. This year, you led the charge to raise approximately $350,000 district-wide through our More Love initiative to help combat hunger and shelter insecurities within our own student community. You will forever be known as the class with extraordinary character and heart, leaving a legacy of triumph for future Jaguars. I understand that you may have questions and concerns about your next chapter. However, based on your proven track record, odds tell us that your future looks very bright. Chances are someone in here will save a life, possibly run for political office, become a mental health professional, an author, or a hero disguised as a teacher. Without a doubt in our minds, you have the ability to continue doing great things, and you can accomplish what you set your mind to achieve. Always believe in yourself, and when in doubt, remember that a bad day does not undo all of your greatness. The average person lives 27,375 days. You have plenty of amazing days left. Keep going and make each and every one count. Before leaving here this evening, take some time to look around you. Try to memorize the faces of your classmates because you most likely will not see all of them in one place again after tonight. This ceremony does mark a significant milestone in your life. And lastly, as you go along your road of life, love your parents, take chances, make good choices, stand for something noble, even though it may be difficult, be a voice of fairness and respect for all human beings, be a genuine friend, and give something back. From the superintendent of schools, faculty and staff, your parents and friends, you are exceptional. You are loved, and we are beyond proud of each and every one of you. And remember, once a Jaguar, let's try it again. Once a Jaguar, members of the Board of Education, I present to you the 2022 graduating class of Westmoore High School.
Link Lynn. Brock Stoyanowski. Emily Lebeth. Ryan Bundy. Vivian Ha. Anna Hayashizaki.
Min Kang.
Chloe No.
Sean Ali.
Ben Wynn.
Tyson Trong. Randon Kanchana Kamtorn.
Tao Tran.
Gio Magaris.
Evan Hodgson.
Sophia Pham.
Alexander Seda.
Angela Liu.
Christina Cho.
Daniel DeWald.
Michael Falcone.
Jackson Crum.
Cooper Whitna.
Henry Malile.
Cindy Pham.
Olivia Olson.
Audie Natarajan.
Trey Bowers.
Karina Tice.
Terry Wynn.
Kylie Weldon.
Ashley Logan.
Larry Tran.
Alana Williams.
Haley Carroll.
Brianna Reese Barton.
Marshall Van Staver.
Laura Wynn.
Dylan Doan.
Sarah A. Tabby.
Douglas Wynn.
Nice to see you, Daniel.
Alyssa Martins.
Kenny Kim.
Daniel Kackelmeyer.
David Bollinger.
Sophia Reese Rogers.
Brandon Tran.
Avery Rose.
Jasmine Ordonio.
Cindy Din.
Chad Kim.
Haley Elizabeth Coover.
Jackson Branham.
Jaden Ray.
Ethan Wynn.
Jake Pendergraft.
Tu Pham.
Aiden Falcone.
Tyler Vong.
Logan Summers.
Brittany No.
Michelle Balfrey.
Alexander Archer.
Madison Axtell.
Emily Arnold.
Luke Woods.
Angeline Hong.
Rachel Vu.
Sarah Douglas.
Reed Hickson.
Ainsley Linduff.
Jared Zavala.
Ayomide Aloade.
Carson Hennessy.
Kira Minor.
Vivian Pham.
Lexi Wynn.
Julia Gunter.
Thomas Stoner.
Zachary Strickland.
Andrew Redding.
Ariel Sanamasai.
Claire Flores.
Daisy Itzel Perez.
Elisa Trin.
New Van.
Paige Paxton.
Aaron Miller.
Colum Borden.
Keith Thompson.
Jasmine Flores Viramontes.
Victoria Elizabeth Sanchez.
Raphael Parson.
Jonathan Wynn.
Alyssa Dally Schofield.
Angel Alcantara Arroyo.
Chloe Thurman.
Matthew Tran.
Tara Blyce.
Eden Hawk.
Shelby Cook.
Casey Wynn.
Jaden Smith.
Jaden Brassfield.
Alea Lampkin.
Janicia Lewis.
Cassandra Callan.
Hannah Cordick.
Adnan Schichter.
Theodore Lemser.
Sydney Davis.
Manuel Wonko.
Ashton House.
Kama Wyatt.
Kevin Gandhi.
Hannah Cunningham.
Aiden Banks.
Gavin Sandbow.
Emma Norfleet.
Celine Estevan.
Angelina Lumpkins.
Jaime Ramos.
Emily Garcia.
Lucas Talkington.
Zoe Ross.
Daniel Harrison.
Irene Adesanya.
Malia Whitfield.
Emma Shanklin.
Logan Abernathy.
Courtney Tibbles.
Reagan Aduddle.
Tristan Aduddle.
Jose Aguero.
Sylvester Ajetimobi.
Jacelyn Allen.
Andrew Allensworth.
Johnny Anderson.
Kaylee Amos.
Jaden Apple.
Kaylin Anderson.
Ariana Ardondo.
Brandon Arnold.
Morgan Ashworth.
Angel Arroyo.
Randy Avalos.
Philippe Asengele Bechem.
Mariah Bailey.
Martavian Austin.
Brooklyn Baker.
Jonathan Avila.
Marcos Balderrama.
Maya Bain.
Zachary Bandy.
Braden Baker.
Macy Bender.
Benjamin Baldwin.
Brennan Berry.
Viviana Batista.
Ethan Billens.
Autumn Barris.
Mason Blumenthal.
Ethan Beeger.
Peyton Boone.
Molly Blaylock.
Blevin Brewer.
Colette Borden.
Zane Bryan.
Dylan Branson.
Jaron Brinkley.
Layla Brewer.
Austin Burkhammer.
Neeson Bright.
Nayeli Garderon.
Garrett Britt.
Ambriasia Calvin.
Brody Bryce.
Emily Cariel.
Carson Burnett.
Jonah Carruthers.
Tristan Callison.
Trey Carson.
Dante Carbajal.
Callie Castor.
Whitney Carr.
Garrett Chandler.
Victor Carillo.
Zane Chavez.
Drake Kaysen.
Tashawn Chestan.
Haley Castor.
Jerica Paris Choate.
Stephen Chamberlain.
Cade Clarkson.
Sky Charlton.
Jacob Kleba.
Bella Chavez.
Caleb Goberly.
Dejanique Cheadle.
Cooper Compton.
Trinity Chisholm.
Dylan Cook.
Bridget Clarkson.
Luke Cooper.
Aaron Clay.
Cadence Cooper.
Andrew Klein.
Cadence Corbett.
Caitlin Cody.
Rodrigo Covarrubias.
Jake Connor.
Viviana Cruz.
Alvin Cook Moats.
Kyle Damon.
Chase Cooper.
Kathy Dang.
Madison Cooper.
Janaska Davy.
Eunice Cornejo.
Shania Dean.
Jake Crawford.
Logan DeBeauty.
Cody Caniff.
Joshua Diffin.
Taryn Dannenberger.
Tram Doan.
Abigail Dansero.
Jaden Dobbs.
JC Deal.
Angel Duarte Hedrick.
Nathan DeBeauty.
Miguel Angel David Duran.
Karina Elizabeth Caroga Diaz.
Michael Eckert.
Elizabeth Dill.
Cade Erickson.
Richard Doan.
Sydney Estrada.
Noah Dockstetter.
Mario Ewing.
Braxton Dunning.
Joseph Falcon.
Colin Dykstra.
Madison Grace Flickinger.
Rico Edwards.
Lucas Foreman.
Dylan Escarino.
Aiden Fox.
Gage Evans.
Anthony Frederick.
Zion Faboro.
Kelsey Frost.
Amelia Farrow.
Madison Gaines.
Marissa Frere.
Grant Gappa.
Quentin French.
Tiana Garcia Hernandez.
Sierra Burig.
Mac Claude Gresham.
Lauren Gallegos.
Theron Glass.
Tiffany Garcia.
Layla Gonzalez.
Maria Garcia Amor.
Maddox Gregor.
Bo Garrett.
Cabron Grant.
You got this. Kaylee Gint.
Dylan Gillen.
Martea Glinton.
Avery Halverson.
Sabrina Gonzalez.
Kanye Hammonds.
Ty Gott.
Maine Hardison.
Keaton Greer.
Cami Hargrove.
Malia Gross.
Cole Harrison.
Parker Hahn.
Alexandra Hayen.
Lane Ham.
Carson Hayes.
Elijah Hanley.
Aston Henderson.
Jalen Hardison.
Jacob Herndon.
Jacob Harris.
Jared Herndon.
Shelby Harvey.
Samira Holler.
Alexis Henderson.
Mandy Howry.
Cooper Hayes.
Christopher Hughes.
Gabe Henry.
Tristan Eidelman.
Danny Herrera.
Michaela Jackson.
Nicholas Herrera.
Julia Jacobs.
Holly Hornbeck.
Emily Jeffers.
Brooklyn Huffer.
Stefan Johnson.
Liliana Hurtado.
Sydney Jones.
Reese Cheyenne Irvin.
Kenneth Jones.
Nico Jackson.
Isaac Jones.
Abel Jaquez.
Kelsey Karnowitz.
Serenity Jenkins.
Cherish Kawakali.
Yasmin Johnson.
Dalton Kennedy.
Shanacy Jones.
Alyssa King.
Jabari Jordan.
Emma Kitchell.
Brooklyn Kaffenberger.
Gage Kokendoffer.
Kobe Carr.
Samuel Lane.
Vienna Keosorapsi.
Hunter Law.
Stephen Kim.
Jordan Lawrence.
Devian King.
Talon Laxon.
Bethany Kitchell.
Mia Lee.
Tyler Kuntz.
Jamyrick Levi.
Adam Landon.
Miles Lewis III.
Sean Lawrence.
Winland Lee.
Caleb Lawson.
Trey Lindsay.
Ten Lee.
Sierra Long.
Matthew Lee.
Melanie Lopez.
Haley Leonard.
Fernando Huicho Lopez.
Ariana Lewis.
Marilyn Lozano.
Sky Lewis.
Jaden Renee Loomis.
Hayden Linville.
Miana Brene Lusk.
Emily Marie Lopez.
Peyton Maddox.
Ariana Lopez.
Sophia Magallanes.
Jakayla Lavette Dixon.
Detravian Martin.
Jaden Lujan.
Beth Martinez.
Caden Lumry.
Michaela Martinez.
Chastity Macias.
Leonardo Mata.
Samira Madhu.
Harper Mays.
Jennifer Mai.
Centuria McCain.
Marissa Martinez.
Gavin Moffett.
Jacob Martinez.
Solomon McDonald.
Emma Martinez Teneo.
Donovan McGilberry.
Kelsey McIlvain.
McKenna McKee.
Braylon McAllister.
Bobby McNeil.
Sean McFarland.
Alexia McCrae.
Connor McLaughlin.
Kyler Malugin.
Legacy McNeil.
Daphne Mendoza.
Aaron Malott.
Taylor Messenger.
Edgar Luis Mendoza.
Sydney Michael.
Estefania Mergil.
Aiden Miller.
Mason Miller.
Alexis Moon.
Kaya Morgan.
Kirsten Morgan.
Ken Mueller.
Jaden Murphy.
McKenna Murtha.
Morgan Myers.
Marcus Nading.
Kristen Newman.
Madeline Nasiba.
Lena No.
Riley Ing.
Tina Wynn.
Quinn Wynn.
Rose Wynn.
Trong Wynn.
Anna Wynn.
Irvin Wynn.
Tierra Noel.
Samtu Nkrume.
Elizabeth Norfleet.
Gabriela Nwanko.
Joy Oku.
Alberto Ochoa.
Jacarius Britton.
Michael Awajide.
Cade Parkinson.
Mallory Uten.
Courtney Pern.
Michaela Owen.
Oscar Perez.
Aubrey Payne.
Caden Phelps.
Tyler Pham.
Braden Peroni.
Amanda Pitts.
Denisio Ruben Ponce.
David Porter.
Dylan Poteet.
Jennifer Prater.
Kaylee Prentence.
Alasia Prince.
Jasmine Prince Holt.
Tanner Pewter.
Jacqueline Pursley.
Brooklyn Doris Quiggle.
Kaya Radford.
Malika Renee Hope Rains.
Amelia Ramirez.
Andrew Ramirez.
Leonardo Ramos.
Grant Ramsey.
Juan Diego Razcon.
Mara Ream.
Abby Ray.
Raul Rakena.
Alex Reed.
Maricela Reyes.
Brittany Rimpey.
Aaliyah Richburg.
Alexia Reyes.
Giselle Rios.
Felipe Reyna.
Zoe Rivera Hernandez.
Macy Reel.
Ray Robinson.
Marlene Rivera.
Noah Roddy.
Sky Roberts.
Natalia Rodriguez.
Ethan Robison.
Shelby Rogers.
Aubrey Nicole Rodriguez.
Yesenia Rojas.
Elba Ivana Rodriguez.
Junior Roque.
Andrew Roletter.
Destiny Ryan.
Caleb Roper.
Cassandra Saavedra.
Corey Rose.
Fabian Salceda.
Ryan Russo.
Selena Sanchez Lopez.
Alexandra Irene Saavedra.
Riley Satterley.
Alejandro Salinas.
Chance Schumann.
Nisa Sanchez.
Malachi Scott.
Maya Sanders.
Marco Segunda.
Yareli Sarmiento.
Anastasia Rodriguez.
Savannah Schuler.
Aiden Shatswell.
Ethan Schwing.
Aubriana Shelton.
Chloe Nevea Scroggins.
Amaya Sanez.
Santala Sangvile.
Marlene Silva.
D'Angelo Shanks II.
Shaylee Smith.
Mia Shaw.
Charisma Smith.
Zarek Shockley.
Madeline Snyder.
Swab Siddiqui.
Jonathan Sosa.
Sir Simpson.
Soren Stevens.
Daniel Sue.
Brooke Stone.
Andrew Smelzer.
Lily Sykes.
Willie Smith III.
Faith Thames.
Andrew Smith.
Taryn Taylor.
Carson Snyder.
Valerie Teixeira.
Ethan Stacy.
Jonah Tharp.
Abigail Stolsteimer.
Kylie Elizabeth Thompson.
Annabelle Swanson.
Sarah Renee Thompson.
Carson Zito.
Lydia Tony.
Logan Tate.
Melanie Torres.
Raymond Taylor.
Grace Townsend.
Carl Terry.
Hoang Tran.
Christian Thomas.
Kenny Tran.
Kylie Michelle Thompson.
Tyler Trent.
Jeanette Tong.
Brady Troutman.
Hisei Torres.
Haley Turner.
Eternity Trammell.
Brooklyn Irwin.
Addison Treadway.
Skylar Vallejo.
Gage Trinkle.
Chloe Vaughn.
Van Trong.
Joseph Vela.
Joseph Turbot.
Nicholas Vu.
Aubrey Ureg.
Mary Carmen Villalobos Lopez.
Adon Valderrama.
Tyrese Walker.
Jennifer Vasquez.
Julia Wallace.
Robert Vaughn.
Xavier Ware.
Chastity Vela.
Jillian Wood.
Ben Vu.
Nathan Welch.
Elizabeth Walker.
Caleb White.
Tony Wang.
Tanner Williams.
Colby Watson.
Kevion Williams.
Caleb Welsh.
Brooke Williams.
Logan Willoughby.
Caitlin Wilmore.
Caleb Wilson.
Anna Lisa Wilson.
Jonas Withy.
Ashley Wood.
Reed Wortham.
Carsey Woodring.
Jeanette Zebin.
Tristan Wythe.
Latrey Young.
Caitlin Zuniga.
At the end of this ceremony, 3 members of our Jaguar family will retire and join another who retired in December, Mrs. Burnell, Mrs. Espinoza, Mrs. Andrews, and Mrs. Mears. Know that you will be missed, but you will always be part of the family. We would like now all to invite Westmoore alumni in attendance to stand and join in the graduating class of 2022 and our faculty as they stand to sing the Westmoore High School alma mater. For those who need a reminder of the lyrics, you may refer to the back of the commencement program.
When we enter Westmoore High School, we become a family. We lift high the lamp of knowledge, spreading lights on paths to be. We learn, share to learn in friendship and esteem. Our spirits have united here to work, to love, to dream. To work, to love, to dream. Yeah. To love, to dream.
You may be seated. Joining your senior class president, Blake Lynn, and representing the class of 2022 for the passing of the torch will be junior class president, Avery Romines.
Traditions have been a rich part of the life of Westmoore High School from the beginning. Now, for one of the last traditions of the year, I share with you a quote from President John F. Kennedy. Let the word go forth from this time and place that the torch has been passed to a new generation. President Kennedy was explaining that there is a time to let a new generation step forward to build something uniquely theirs on the strong foundation they inherit. And tonight is that time. For we, the class of 2022, pass this torch with dedication and Jaguar pride to the class of 2023. May it light your path as you search for wisdom and knowledge, and may you keep this Westmoore's flame alive to pass this torch to the classes who follow. This is the symbol of all Westmoore graduates, past, present, and future.
On behalf of the class of 2023, I accept this torch and pledge to uphold the legacy of excellence and traditions established by the class of 2022 and all previous senior classes of Westmoore High School.
Class of 2022, You have received your diplomas from the Board of Education, and the torch we carried for the past year has been passed to those who follow in our footsteps, as we follow those 33 graduating classes who preceded us.
Seniors, in a few minutes, our junior attendants will guide us in exiting from the field to join our families outside the stadium. Before we do that, we will share two final Westmoore senior traditions.
Having completed the formal portion of today's commencement exercises, it is now time for the festive portion of our graduation. This is the part you've been waiting for. Class of 2022, please stand.
Westmoore High School, class of 2022, it is my pleasure to instruct you to change your tassel. Now, for the final tradition of our senior year, please locate your celebratory roll of crepe paper and prepare to turn and throw it at the end of the fight song. Parents and guests, we recommend that you focus your cameras on the center of the field. Seniors, please stand and join together as we sing the fight song one last time. Heads back, shout loud and clear. Silver, red, black, show we are here forever, tough and strong, united are we. Jaguars, Jaguars, victory is ours. Stand up for Westmoore High. Stand up, heads back, shout loud and clear. Silver, red, black, show we are here forever, tough and strong, united are we. Jaguars, Jaguars, victory is ours. Stand up for Westmoore High.
Okay.
Graduates of the class of 2022, when directed, please follow our junior attendants out of the stadium to meet your families and friends. Congratulations and good luck. You are dismissed.